Hello, Great Plains SPCA supporters. I'm Scott Poor, Animal Advocate and owner of Mission Driven Goods, and I will be your host today for the second annual Best in Show Pet Contest. I'm here with Tam Singer, CEO of Great Plains SPCA. We are here to raise money for Great Plains and learn more about the organization. We also intend to have a lot of fun in the next hour or so. Right, Tam?
Yes, and cheers, Scott. Thank you
Cheers.
for being here. We're very much looking forward to the event and very grateful that you're our host.
My pleasure, Tam. Thanks to all of you out there for joining us for this fun event. If you've ordered your brunch box, now is the time to pop that champagne and take a bite of that savory pastry. Thank you to Mike's Wine and Spirits in Westport and McLean's Bakery for such a wonderful brunch. Now at 11:30 or so, we will choose the winner of the fantastic raffle prize, which is a backyard fall fun kit. Tam, tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so this is very, very nice. It's a great way to enjoy these autumn nights, and it includes an outdoor fire pit, firewood, blankets, s'mores, hot chocolate, and especially important to me, some adult beverages.
That sounds awesome. Now you still have time to buy raffle tickets, so be sure to do that in the next few minutes. Also, the amazing silent auction will close at 12:30, so be sure to get your bids in before then. Now, today is the culmination of Best in Show Pet Photo Contest. For the past month, pet owners have entered their pets, dogs, cats, and even a couple of adorable rats, in 6 categories in this photo contest. The top 2 pets in each category will appear in the Great Plains calendar. Now, the winner for each category, they'll have a chance today to be selected in Best in Show and appear on the cover of the calendar. Our judges will make that very difficult decision a little bit later in the program. Tam, you've been a judge before, right?
Yes, I have. And this year, our judges are all staff and volunteers. And they're true animal experts, and they often know a lot of these pets. They're passionate about shelter pets, but it's going to be a tough decision for them.
You're right about that. Before we meet the pets, I want to thank our incredible sponsors for their support of Great Plains and Best in Show. Our presenting sponsor for the 3rd year in a row is Hills Pet Nutrition. Thank you so much, Hills, for your tremendous support. Our other sponsors, Morgan Stanley, Tito's Handmade Vodka, vodka for dog people. We also want to thank Single Source US for printing the 2023 calendar. And now, here's a message from our presenting sponsor, Hills Pet Nutrition.
Hills Pet Nutrition and the Food Shelter and Love program are so happy to return for the 3rd year as the presenting sponsor of Great Plains SPCA Best in Show, Pet Show, and Brunch. Last year's show was so exciting, and we cannot wait to see this year's competition heat up as we look forward to revealing which wonderful pets end up on the 2023 calendar, and most of all, which deserving cat or dog wins that very special cover shot. If you're not familiar with Hills Pet Nutrition, we are a local company headquartered in Topeka, Kansas, with a nearly 75-year history of producing science-led pet nutrition for pets all around the globe. As part of our mission to enrich and lengthen the special relationship between people and their pets, we also strongly believe in supporting animal welfare. We're celebrating the 20th anniversary of our own Food Shelter and Love program this year, a program that provides premium nutrition to more than 800 shelters in North America on a year-round basis and has helped more than 12 million shelter pets find new homes since 2002. We've actually been a proud partner of Great Plains SPCA for more than 16 of those last 20 years, and we are looking forward to continuing to support their mission to help pets and people in our local communities. So, to all the Best in Show contestants this year, good luck. You are all winners in our hearts and in our eyes. And to everyone else that's participating in any way this year, thank you for supporting Great Plains SPCA, and enjoy the show.
Thanks again to Hills and all of our wonderful sponsors. Now I'd like to introduce you to the pets who entered the Best in Show photo contest. There were 147 entries in 6 categories, and those categories are Cutest Kitty, Most Adorable Dog, Best Action Shot, Best Buddies, Best Ears, and Sweetest Senior. Look at all those incredibly cute pets. Now here's a little bit more about the runners-up in each category. These are the pets who came in second and will appear in the Great Plains 2023 calendar.
So, runner-up in the cutest kitty category is Snickers. Snickers' owners said, "One look at this tiny boy and our heart said yes. Since adopting him, he's become a sweet, playful, funny kitty who's learned to trust us. He loves playing and frequently goes after imaginary spots on the wall. He's pure love. We couldn't picture life without him. What a sweet story, and congratulations to Snickers."
And the most adorable dog category, Remy came in second place. Remy's family says, Remy came from KCK Animal Services. He's full of puppy energy and incredibly smart. After doing a DNA test on him, we found that he's mostly German Shepherd, and he definitely acts like one. Everything about him is special. He has brought pure joy and a few bites into my life. Try to cut back on those bites, Remy.
In second place in the best action shot is Oreo Prince. Oreo Prince's owner says, "Great Plains Hero Team rescued Oreo. He was badly injured, resulting in an amputation of part of his tail. He spent 3 months in the care, and before adoption, we were not able to even pet him on his first day due to fear. Now it's 2.5 years later, and he comes to us for love, affirmation, playtime, and of course treats. He trusts us now, and that is a huge win. You've come a really long way, Oreo Prince. Congratulations."
And the runner-up for Best Buddies category is Cheese and Goose, a couple of adorable rats. Cheese and Goose owner says, "I adopted my rats from a not-so-great pet store where they were living in deplorable conditions and otherwise would have been used as feeder animals. Rats hold a very special place in my heart and always will due to their loving demeanor, intelligence, and comforting presence. My rats travel everywhere with me. I can't imagine life without them." Give it up for Cheese and Goose.
Coming in for second in the Best Is category is one that's very special to us, Forrester. Forrester is currently an adoptable pet at our shelter. He spends his days in the office with one of our board members and who entered him into the contest. He's a very distinguished, lovable boy. He knows a lot of commands and easily learns new ones. He's friendly with both 2- and 4-legged animals, loves toys and treats. He'll sit for them. He's such a good boy. You have a special place in our heart, Forrester. We love you, and we hope you find your forever home soon.
And the runner-up for the Swedish Senior category is Elvis. Elvis owner says, "We could not be more grateful to have Elvis in our family. He was at the shelter for over 6 months, and we're told he never got a second look. He was scheduled to be euthanized because the shelter was out of space. Now Elvis spends much of his time going to the retail store with his dad. He knows no stranger and is quite a celebrity. Elvis is a solid foster brother to many other foster pets in our home. Elvis' favorite things are butt scratches, long walks, car rides, and anything that falls from the table. We are so glad you found your people, Elvis."
Congratulations to all of the runners-up, and thank you again to everyone who entered their much-loved pets.
Now, Tim, leading Great Plains SPCA with the animals day in and day out must be very rewarding. Tell us what it's like to be CEO of an organization that does such amazing work.
Scott, it's a privilege. Honestly, I'm proud to be here, and I'm impressed with the people I work with every day, the staff, the volunteers, all they give and all they do to ensure that these pets experiencing homelessness find their forever home. It's an honor, it's rewarding, it's tough, but it's worth it.
We appreciate all the work that you and all of your staff do at Great Plains SPCA for the animals. I imagine that in addition to the positives, it can be challenging at times. What have some of the challenges been this year?
So I've said it before, if 2020 was the year of shelter pets, 2022 has been the opposite. And it's not just us. Shelters here and nationwide are experiencing more and more pets coming into the shelter, having longer length of stays and less adoptions for dogs. Dog adoptions in 2022 are actually down 7% from the prior year. The one silver lining is the cats. They're up about 30%. We know our animals. We provide best-in-class care. There's pets at all the shelters, but when they come to us, the care we give them and what we do makes a difference. but it's still hard to see these loving pets stay at the shelter for such a long time. And so the work we do is really to try and raise awareness about adopting and finding them a forever home.
Wow, you've got to have a message, for the supporters. I mean, how can they help?
So I try and start with the low-hanging fruit. We always need supplies, so if you've got a towel, some old newspaper, drop it by the shelter. That's easy. The second thing is come on site, learn about our animals, volunteer. You can do laundry, you can help on reception, you can walk dogs and socialize cats. And thirdly, donate. 75% of our revenue comes from donations. So when people give us that money, that helps those animals. So donating is key. So donate an old towel, some newspaper, volunteer, foster, and donate. We truly appreciate you all being here today and know that we need your ongoing continued support to continue the work that we're doing for all our animals.
There's something for everybody. Now, thanks for that insight, Tam. Sounds like it's been a challenging year. Now we would like to introduce you to some of the other staff and Great Plains SPCA and hear about their experiences this year.
So sometimes we run into our shelter being extremely full. With every kennel is filled, we don't have the extra space to take in anymore. That we work closely with the foster team as well as other parts of the organization to get them into foster homes immediately, as well as just adoptable homes. So the increase of animals and types of animals coming in has increased about probably 72 to 75% since last year.
Overall, in the population of animals at the shelter this year, we've been seeing a noticeable lengthening in their stays with us. Fewer adoptions, more intakes, and those durations of times animals are in the shelter is just notably longer. The cycle of length of stay leading into deterioration, leading into increased length of stay, is really just derived from the fact that oftentimes animals will develop poor coping skills for those stress behaviors in the shelter, which then make them less appealing or show poorly towards potential adopters, when in fact, once they get out of these stressful environments, they tend to de-escalate substantially with a little bit of management and assistance.
The adoptions team does everything they can to help these long-term animals. I feel like we really, even though we're struggling with it, we have seen a lot of our long-term animals going home, and we have some people on our staff that do an amazing job posting them on social media, and we have a list on the wall that we keep top of mind, and anybody that comes through the door that might be a good fit for that animal, we're going to suggest really just advocating in every way that they can.
It's sad to see animals here for a long period of time, knowing that they need a good home, but not being able to find it as quickly as we'd like.
It can just be really disheartening and can be emotionally draining and upsetting to see animals who would make really good in-home pets just struggle and not get that chance that they can succeed at in the right environment.
Overall, it's just not a great feeling to try your hardest and still have these animals that are homeless. So if you want to support Great Plains SPCA, the best thing you can do is really adopting, fostering, volunteering, or donating. Any of those things are helpful to us. Donations enable us to do everything we do. We literally could not help the animals if we didn't have the funds.
Donations help with all kinds of things, as well as just feeding the animals here, but also with animals having to come in as well as going out, and we never want to keep an animal from going back home to its family. So if the owners can't afford the fees, we will work with them on that, and the donations help a lot with that, as well as families that are financially struggling and needing to give up their pets. Those donations also help with the cost of us taking them in.
Without donations, we aren't able to provide as quality or diverse of enrichment, and we aren't able to hire the staff we need to also make sure that the animals are getting out of their runs and getting that just variation in their day-to-day to break up the adult-driven stress.
The money goes to the animals, but there's a lot of aspects that I think people don't realize that we need the donations for, just to keep our doors open, to keep the animals safe and happy.
It takes a lot to fund the increased number of animals that Great Plains has seen in the shelter the last year. They provide a variety of life-saving services to these animals. If the care of these animals is important and meaningful to you, please find it in your heart to make a donation today. You can do that from your app where you are viewing this event. The average cost of care of one of the animals at Great Plains SPCA is $751, while the average adoption fee is only $130. So we depend on donations from people like you to close that gap. The cost of a microchip is $25. The cost of vaccines that are given to each animal when they arrive is $120. Any amount helps to cover these services. You can donate at any time during this program. Just click the donate button on your screen. Thank you so much for your support.
Now, we'll have you get to know one of the long-term cats that have been at Great Plains from the perspective of our animal care manager.
Yeah, this little kitty is Cleopatra, and she's our sweet little office kitty. She hangs out with our marketing coordinator and our event manager. But she also did live in my office for a little while too, so we're friends. So some very kind, amazing humans found Cleo, and when they actually found her, she was just kind of like a street cat, and she was actually pregnant, and she gave birth in their home, and they kept her for quite a while. They were actually able to rehome all of her kittens too, but they weren't able to rehome her, and they actually brought her here to the shelter to give her that opportunity, and she's just been here since. She is our longest term cat, and Cleo's been at the shelter for about 240 days now. Our animal care team here at Great Plains SPCA has done a really great job at just making sure she still has that human interaction. So not only are they spending time with her, but they're creating these fun enrichment boxes for her so that she can, be entertained herself, which she absolutely loves. But yeah, we do a really good job at taking care of her and making sure that all of her high expectation needs are being met. She's not the only one who's been a long-term cat. We have many, and it's difficult, not just for us because we want them to find a home, but we know it's wearing on the cats, and we try to do the best that we can to make them comfortable. And Cleo, in this specific situation, has been in quite a few offices because, again, the animals need consistency, and they need something more outside of their kennels. And just we try to do the best that we can, but ultimately a home environment is the best for them. And we rely on that heavily for the care of the animals because, we constantly are getting more animals that are coming in and need the care. But at the same time, we just need to make sure that donations continue to come in. And it's extremely important, and we are so thankful for all of our donors for contributing anything that they're able to give. And without them, we wouldn't continue to do the work that we do.
Thanks, Alicia, for all you do for all the animals at Great Plains. And I am so very pleased to let everybody know that Cleo was adopted this week after many months at the shelter. So congratulations to Cleo.
Okay, so the Pet Show finalists coming up in about 20 minutes. We've got some amazing judges who will be making a very difficult decision on which part will be best in show. I'd like to introduce these judges who are passionate about animals and our cause. As we mentioned earlier, they are all staff and volunteers at Great Plains SPCA. First, I'd like to introduce Clara Hollingshead, Adoptions Manager at Great Plains. Clara, you're a real veteran at Great Plains. Tell us how long you've worked there and why you stay.
Thanks, Scott. I've been at Great Plains for about 4 years. It'll actually be my 4-year anniversary tomorrow. I am dedicated to Great Plains due to the impact that I can make on the pets as well as the families, and doing big matchmaking and making sure it's an all-around good fit for everyone. So I very much enjoy what I do and couldn't imagine doing anything else.
So next is Dr. Jason Banning, and he's our chief veterinarian. Dr. Banning, what is it that you love so much about shelter medicine?
So I'm very passionate about spaying and neutering animals, as well as helping families who have no other options and helping these pets get better and find their forever homes.
And here we have Pam Jenkins. Pam, you're a regular on the dog walking circuit. What makes you want to donate your time to Great Plains?
Well, first of all, I just love being with the animals. They make my day, every day, a better day. But also, animals have given so much to me in my life. I'm, wanting to give to these animals as they wait for their forever homes.
And last but certainly not least, Kathy Thies. Kathy, you have been a foster to many, many dogs who struggle in the shelter environment. Why is it so important to you to open up your home to these pets?
Well, first off, it is so rewarding for me to see a dog that is struggling at the shelter, either shy, fearful, just stressed out, and then to bring them into your home, and then to have a dog just go and just relax is the best. I highly recommend fostering to all of you listeners.
So that's our panel. Thank you so much for being here, judges. Now we are going to introduce you to the 6 category winners in the pet show. These are the pets that the judges will choose from for Best in Show.
So to start us off, first place for cutest kitty goes to Oreo Prince. Yes, this is the same Oreo Prince who was runner-up in the Best Action Shot. His owner is actually a member of our feline care team at Great Plains. She has to work today, and so she's going to join us from the cannery at the shelter. So Courtney, would you please say a few words about Oreo Prince?
So my Oreo Prince, he's just the sweetest thing in the world. He's still a little feral, he's just the sweetest thing. He'll come up to you for headbutts and for love, and he'll chirp. He's still trying to kind of figure out how to cat. He's not too sure yet. He uses his scratchers very well. I don't know. He's just the best. I'm so sorry. He's the sweetest thing. He rolls, he headbutts, he loves his food. He loves his toys. He carries them around and he hoards them under our ottoman. So whenever we're missing a toy, we just look under the ottoman and Oreo has about 50 hidden under there.
Well, congratulations on winning the cutest kitty.
Thank you. He's my boy.
Now, the winner of our most adorable dog category is Finn. Let's hear what Finn's person says about him. Allie, can you say a few words?
Hi, yes, this is Finn. We're currently cutting into his nap time, I think, but he is just a great dog. Favorite things, riding on a golf cart. About 9 years ago, his mom was dumped at our house in the country, and on April 15th, tax day, she had 8 puppies in our shed, and after I found homes for all the dogs, he was... I was attached, and by that time, we just couldn't let him go.
Well done, Finn.
And the award for Best Action Shot goes to Satara. Can you tell us a little bit about Satara?
Satara. This is Satara. I've had her about 5.5 years. She has a talent for nose work. She will bawl all day long every day. And she is a great role model for the fosters, and she is very protective of her mama.
Thank you, Satara. Let's hear it for Satara!
In the Best Ears category, first place goes to Juilliard. Let's hear about Juilliard from Hannah, her dog mom.
Hey everyone, so this is Julie. She's about 8 years young. Well, Juilliard, we call her Julie for short. And as you can see, she is a Chihuahua, but she's not your typical Chihuahua, only in the sense that she's fiercely loyal to her owner, but she's also fiercely loyal to anyone. She's never met a stranger. She's about the sweetest girl. I started off fostering her. She's my first foster fail. She never left. The rest is history. She is a great listener. She's my best friend, and she's truly one of a kind, and she will make anyone question just how true Chihuahuas can really be. That's it. She's just the sweetest girl.
We love the candy corns. Great job, Juilliard.
And the winner of the Best Buddies category is Taffy and Oreo. Courtney is here again to tell us about this perfect pair of kitties.
In case you can't tell, I'm obsessed with my cats. They are the love of my life. We actually adopted Taffy about 20 days after our Duncan kitty passed last year. Like I said, Oreo didn't know how to cat, and he really needed an older brother, and Taffy just fit right in. It took them a little bit to, love each other, but right now they are probably at the top of their cat tree snuggling each other. I'm not quite sure how they fit because they're both domestic kitties, but they make it work. They snuggle in, and this winter they will be enjoying time in front of the fireplace on a leopard blanket.
Thank you again, Courtney. Let's hear it for the...
And in our final category, the winner of the Sweetest Senior category is Rebel. Rebel's owner, please tell us about this sweet boy.
Hi, this is Rebel, and Rebel is going on 14. He was adopted from the Kansas City Sheltie Rescue. As you can tell by his features, he's not really 100% Sheltie, but he is a Jack Russell and Sheltie mix, and he's a daddy's boy. He follows his dad all over the place. He's very loving. He's a very nice dog, and he's been our heart for a while.
Good luck, Rebel. Congratulations to all the category winners. These are fantastic pets. Now, judges, I don't envy your task. You have a tough decision ahead of you, and everyone, don't forget to pre-order your calendars. You can do that by scrolling to the bottom of the bidding screen and choosing the calendar. In a few minutes, we will announce the winner of the raffle, but before that, we'd like to introduce the oldest pup at Great Plains SPCA, Cher.
Sit. So this is Cher. She's a 13-year-old female boxer mix, and she is currently the oldest dog in our care. But even though Cher is a senior, she's still in great shape. She's still very healthy, still active, still has tons of love to give and a ton of personality. Cher was found as a stray in a neighborhood. She was found with a collar that said Cherry. We had a volunteer go door to door in that neighborhood and kind of asked, do you know this dog? Do you maybe know the owner? Once she didn't have any luck, Cher was brought back to us, and she's been in our care since. It can be harder to place senior pets in foster just because a lot of people, they come in and they might want the younger puppy. It's a little bit more energetic. Cher's had 0 meet and greets. She's only been in the foster one time, even though she's done great outside of foster. So the average length of stay would be about 3 weeks. Cher has been here for around 3 months, which is and can be very hard, especially for a senior dog. So there is multiple benefits with getting a senior dog too. Already house trained, she knows commands, doesn't need a ton of exercise. She does have arthritis, so she can just sit by you and be content just by being around you and getting pets. So donations are so important because it provides us with 75% of our income. So the shelter just could not simply operate without the donations we continue to receive. So Cher's been with us longer than average, so she's going to cost more than some of those other dogs who get out of here a little bit more quickly. It's also important to donate your time, not just your money. So to come in and just hang out with the dogs and love on them, pet on them, and try to reduce some of that stress they feel inside of the shelter. People can help by coming in and not only looking at the puppies, but also looking at the senior dogs. They have a lot of love to give, and they still have a lot of time left, and they need a family as well.
What a sweet girl. I'm very happy to report that since this video was taken, Cher found her forever home and is doing amazing. As a reminder to everyone in the audience out there, you can donate at any time by clicking the donate button on your screen to support Great Plains SPCA's life-saving mission. Okay, before we get to the selection of the best in show, I want to remind you to update those bids on your silent auction items. The auction closes at 12:30, so you can continue to bid until then. And now it's time to choose a raffle winner. Thanks to everyone who bought a chance to win this incredible Backyard Fall Fun Kit, which includes everything you need to enjoy a cozy fall evening. There's a fire pit, blankets, snacks, and drink mixers.
And drum roll, please. The winner is Amanda Rose. Congratulations, Amanda! That's a wonderful prize. Great job, Amanda.
Nice job. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for, the selection of Best in Show. Here's how this will work. Each judge will rate each pet on a scale of 1 to 10 on how happily the pet represents their category. The pet with the most points in the Best in Show winner and appears on the cover of the Great Plains SPCA 2023 calendar. Judges, we're down to the wire. Decision time. I know the pressure is tough. Okay, judges.
How did you rate Oreo prints in the cutest category on a scale of 1 to 10 for how well they represent the cutest category?
Good.
Wow! Kathy got a full 10 there. Good job. Okay.
Now, on to the most adorable dog. How did you rate Finn in this category? Judges?
Oh, wait.
More good scores.
It is confusing having a 6 and a 9. Okay, there you go, Finn. And judges, our esteemed judges, how did you rate Satara on how well she represents the best dog action shot? Oh, Clara.
Very nice.
Really like that
one. Okay. How did you rate Juilliard and her ears in the best ears category?
Oh, that's cute. Ready?
Ready?
Oh!
Hey, 3 10s. Good job to Julie and Hannah. And in the Best Buddies category, the 2 kitties, Taffy and Oreo, how do you rate them? Ready? Go.
All right.
Oh,
one more.
The suspense, Pam, you're killing us.
In the last category, how did you rate Rebel for how well he represents the Swedish senior category? Oh, man.
2 10s, boo.
Way to go, Rebel.
Good job. Okay, so now we have some highly trained mathematicians in our analytics team, and they're tallying the results. So we're going to have a little drum roll while we wait for the calculators. Keep going. Great Plains team, so it's even extra special. Thank you to everyone who entered. Hannah, over to you.
Thank you guys so much for making Julie best in show. She's very appreciative and she will. She loves you from afar because she can't be there, but she loves each and every one of you.
Congratulations, Juilliard, and thank you to everyone who entered their pets in the pet show and everyone who voted for their favorite pets. Well, that was a ton of fun. Thanks so much for attending the Best in Show. Don't forget to make that donation before you sign off, and keep bidding on the auction items until 12:30. Thanks again to our sponsors for their support. We're very pleased to announce.
Wow, so this is a big deal. We need to know how much money this has raised. So, our calculators are scanning.
Drum roll.
Okay. Thank you. We raised over $60,000. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your generosity and for making Best in Show a huge success again this year. Have a wonderful afternoon, and don't forget to donate.
Thank you!